good. We're supposed to be taking these out, but there's no fuel in it, so we're siphoning some out of the jizz machine. Go on, suck it. Here it comes. Oh, you have to suck it harder.
Oh, mate.
Okay, I'll tell you when to pull out. Okay, you ready? Okay, it's coming up. It's not over the hill yet. Now. Oh, and it didn't even work.
No.
Okay. Alistair Fagan's going to be sick. Babes. You alright, babes? Oh my god. Oh, the mood's just gone all dark. You won't get that taste out of your mouth for days. I swallowed a load of aftershave once. Dun 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 dun. We're testing my jizz machines in for a service, and we're testing the KTM RC125 against the two-stroke Aprilia. Yeah, because a load of you guys have asked for smaller bike tests, so we're going to go for a little ride to Cheddar Gorge and see how they perform. I actually quite like the look of this bike. I think it's kind of aggressive, but nice. It's quite tall. It's quite tall for the little ones, and it is. I sat on it earlier. I mean, I'm 6'4", so it is quite small, but it is still one of the bigger bikes. So for lanky juveniles, it's brilliant. Oh, feel the power. Let's get to McDonald's. I can't even hear this over that. Yay! We've got the most leery leathers on today. There is no way I can keep up with that Aprilia. No way at all. Apart from traffic lights. Oh, big lorry. No, there's no way I can keep up with that. No way at all. It's like, yeah, gone. That's flat out. When it says we're doing 65, it doesn't feel like 65. But KTM does have a habit of over-egging their speedos a little. Where's Al? Yay, I did him! See ya! I've got no answer to that. Oh no! Oh no! He won! Oh, he won! He's wheeling into the crowds. I suppose it's a good test with us fatties riding it. I mean, it might go better around the corners because it does feel really good around the corners. Whee! Whee! You know when you're just walking through a high street, you may work on a high street or, you know, around it, and there's little two-stroke wankers doing this all the time. Like, wing, 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 at every traffic light. It's really irritating, isn't it? But, to be fair to them, if you don't do that, wang, 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 the bike stalls. Oh, I mean, look, he's off. I haven't got anything. I'm getting covered in his smelly spray. That's the other thing. Other drivers expect you to be on a superbike that can overtake, whereas you can't on a 125. So there's a lot of aspects about riding a smaller bike that are actually a lot harder than a bigger bike. He's got sticky tyres, this fucker. He keeps spraying shit on my face. So there's a lot of aspects that make them harder to ride than something with a bit more poke. It's like overtaking. You've really got to get your momentum right and pick your time, and you know, worry about double white lines and when you can overtake, when you can't overtake, up a hill, down a hill. You got to time it. So there's quite a lot to think about. Oh, he's going for it. Let's go for it. Nice. I don't like going into first on this gearbox. Mind you, KTM gearboxes have always kind of been the worst. They've always been, well, not the worst, but they've always been a little bit clunky. There's quite a lot of nice information that comes up here. I've been riding for 18 minutes at an average speed of 15. Like, in a lot of ways, it's not as forgiving as a big, powerful super sports bike, because you can make a mistake on a corner and not go through it very fast, and you're carrying fuck all speed through it. So bigger bikes flatter people's riding, I think. You know, you've really got to be on the money with one of these. So it's fun going out on these bikes in a different way. It's a technical exercise. I think people on bigger bikes should go down and ride one of these every once in a while. Keep them fresh. Me. Want to come ride on my 125? It's got bear power. A kid said that to me the other day. I was like, bear power? I suppose bears are quite powerful animals. See, I've got him in first, but everything else he's gone. See the cows in the field. Tuck right in, let's get maximum. We're on full throttle, full open throttle. Hello. Time for swapsies. Let's get on the two-stroke. In the past, I'm not really, I mean, everyone goes on about they're the best. Yeah, they are faster, but I've never really been a fan of the faffery. I mean, I'm a massive faffer anyway, so, you know, any more shit I've got to do other than put my gloves and helmet on, I might as well not go out at all. Oh! It doesn't like going fast. Fucking hell. I can't even ride this thing, honestly. Are they serious? We're in first. A piece of shit. What a prick. It's a fucking race shift box. Thanks for telling me. Finally, we got some power. What do I think of it? I mean, this is a tuned one. The guy who owns it is like cocked around with it. But in my opinion, I fucking hate it. It's just such a pain in the dick, honestly. I mean, it's faster, for sure, but it's such a pain in the fucking arse. For me, it's nowhere near as refined, it's nowhere near as easy to ride, it's nowhere near as good at handling. I mean, maybe on a racetrack, but out on the road, guys, personally, forget it. I hate it. Well, this is lovely scenery, isn't it? Imagine it now, all the kids going out on their 125's down here for a spliff, an electric cigarette. What is that? Goat. Doesn't give a shit, does he? This is awesome, look at this! Does this even exist in the UK? Wow. Here comes Asbo, annoying everyone with his meh. Look at that, even the dog hates that bike. I hate it. So I'm yet to have a go on the 390 version of that, and of this, because it's the same chassis, everything. Just a slightly more pokey engine. I think that would actually be a brilliant, brilliant bike. Don't fancy this grass. Such an oik. I don't even know how I'm going to get in this thing. Jesus. Here we go. Show me the way. Oh, look at that. Is he actually showing me the lines? I don't think so. We're going to go around Southwest Karting's go-kart track. Watch the head on the lights. Oh, I don't like. It's very slippery. It's not. No, it doesn't feel nice though. Feels a bit like oh. He's taken him, he's got him. Oh, braking on this is fucking horrible, I've got to say. I'll let him go through there. That was terrifying.
Really?
It's like, ooh. So that was pretty interesting. Pretty terrifying riding around a go-kart. Slippery, slippery go-kart track. So yeah, out and out winner for me is the KTM. I never want to get a two-stroke ever again. I had one as an off-road bike. I'm just not skilled or mental enough to be able to use it. There's no way I can keep up with him, but I don't care because I'd much prefer to be driving this, riding this. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is still very thrilling. Full beans, flat chat. Wrap the place. So obnoxious. That's what you have to do on a two-stroke. So yeah, it's actually been a really fun day. I really like that bike. I genuinely think it's a really good bike. I've got no question, if I was going to buy a 125, learner legal, it's that. 100%. Fuck that.